Hey guys! So, Pope Francis, who everyone seems to love because he's so forward and progressive, has recently said a few things that are pretty much the opposite of forward and progressive. So it looks like he's coming out of his conservative shell. The first thing he said is that he's basically blamed Charlie Hebdo victims for the attacks. He said that if someone insults his mother, that they should expect a punch in the face, and that is normal. He then also went on to say that you cannot provoke, you cannot insult the faith of others, you cannot make fun of the faith of others. So basically, if I want to say that I think religion is ridiculous, which I do, then I should expect a punch in the face? So would that mean that if someone said I was going to hell because I'm an atheist, that it would be normal for me to punch them in the face? No, it wouldn't be. And the thing with religion, along with other ideas, is that it should be criticised. But people often confuse criticism of religion to be an insult. And also the thing I don't understand is that for some reason it's socially acceptable to mock things such as feminism or animal rights, but we're not allowed to mock religion, which perpetrates really bad and dangerous ideas. And yet, even though we're not allowed to insult religion, the Pope is still allowed to insult same-sex marriage. He's allowed to insult people's sexuality. Don't really understand that. In the Philippines, he's basically said that same-sex marriage is going to destroy families. He's said during his trip in the Philippines that the Philippines was tempted by confusing presentations of sexuality, marriage, and the family. As you know, these realities are increasingly under attack by powerful forces which threaten to disfigure God's plans for creation and betray the very values which have inspired and shaped all that is best in your culture. And he also said, the family is also threatened by growing efforts on the part of some to redefine the very institution of marriage. So basically what he's saying is that same-sex marriage is out to destroy family life and everything that is good in the Filipino culture, and also regular people who are advocating for same-sex marriage are going to deface the plans of the almighty, omnipotent God. Right, that doesn't sound right to me. No, that's basically what he's saying. So let me just reiterate, the Pope says that you can't insult religion, but it's totally acceptable for you to insult someone's sexuality. Or is the Pope expecting a punch in the face? And let me take this opportunity to remind you all that early last year, the Pope had actually said that the Catholic Church shouldn't dismiss same-sex marriage, that it should actually study it. So it seems like the Pope has studied same-sex marriage, and in doing so has uncovered the evil plot to deface God's plans. But that's not all the Pope has had to say on his trip in the Philippines. He was actually asked by a little girl who was really upset why God allows for children to be treated badly, to be addicted to drugs and fall into prostitution when they have done nothing wrong. The Pope had basically just said that there was no answer to that question, gave the girl a hug and expected her to be all good with that really shitty answer. The thing I find kind of strange about all of this is that a few days earlier the Pope had revealed that he seems to know what God's plan for creation is. But he doesn't know why God allows children to suffer. We've got a really inconsistent Pope here. To be honest, I'm not really surprised about the display of hypocrisy by the Pope. I don't really expect anything different from religion or from its authority figures. It really does annoy me how people have thought of him to be really forward-thinking and progressive because he'd said that the theory of evolution is true and that he hadn't been totally against same-sex marriage until now. The truth is, nobody needs the Pope to tell them that evolution is true. No one needs the Pope to tell them that anything is true or untrue or good or bad. What we need is just to learn to think for ourselves and to develop some critical thinking skills, and we can come up with those conclusions on our own. And besides, something will be true or not regardless of what the Pope actually says. But I want to know what you guys think. Am I being too hard on the Pope, or does he deserve the criticism that I'm dishing out to him? Tell me what you think in the comments section, and I'll see you guys next week.